This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. The godfather of Gators Sports Talk Radio has returned.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's Sports Scene with Steve Russell. Time to eat some lunch and talk some Gators sports.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency and brought to you in part by Gator Trim Light, Campus USA Credit Union, Doreen Weeby Realtor, Fairlife Milk, Domino's Pizza, International Diamond Center, Meldon Law, Miapa Latin Cafe, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, Quality Plumbing, Sensei Asian Bistro, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Titan MRI and Imaging, the UF Bookstore, Gala Bank, B&D Electric, and the Head Beer Coach 1966 Lager.
Now, here's Steve Russell, right here on WRUF.
It is time to eat some lunch and talk some sports. Welcome to a Monday edition of Sports Scene. As you listen on WRUF, Tyler will produce the broadcast today. Don't forget, our next to last On Deck show will come to you at 1 o'clock. Jeff will join us long distance today. But we'll start with that. There's a lot going on, especially for the second week of June. A lot going on. The College World Series field is almost set. 2 games to continue today. St. John's and Alabama are going to tee it off now. Alabama leads that game 7-2 in the top of the 8th. And if they win that game, they're Omaha bound. Oklahoma will be at Kansas. That game's going to be at 1 o'clock. And Oklahoma leads that game 8-1 in the bottom half of the third. Again, both those games were suspended by rain or bad weather. So there's certainly a chance 2 more SEC teams will make the field. Texas is in. How about Ole Miss? I don't think anybody thought, I'm going to talk to Jeff about this, but I think we both felt Ole Miss was pretty good when they were here. And they go back to Omaha and Georgia. I'm going to tell you what, Mississippi State is a really good baseball team. Had they played anybody else besides Georgia in the Super, the chances are they'd be in Omaha. But they just 2 slugfests at a ballpark that just, I wouldn't want to pitch there. But give Georgia credit for getting in there as well. So, and then Troy. Look, if there's any consolation for a Gator fan, you probably ran into the hottest team left. I mean, you did. Troy's just on a roll. Give them credit for getting to Omaha. Did not see a pitching coach change coming for Florida. I thought Florida's pitching this year was okay. I didn't think it was great, but it wasn't horrible. But obviously Kevin O'Sullivan feels a change is needed there, and they continue to work the portal, winning some, losing some. Game 3 tonight, NBA Finals. Can the Knicks make it a 3-0 lead? But I got to say something, and when I say this, don't email me and don't call me and don't hate on me, okay? Because I don't care if the president was Bugs Bunny. But why does the president have to go to this? And now they can't do the outdoor get-together like they had before. Watch it. You got 25,000 televisions in the White House. You don't need to go there. But anyway, I digress. So we'll see what happens tonight. How about Stanley Cup playoffs? I think his name was Mark Marner. He actually had the fastest hat trick in Stanley Cup playoff history. Yeah, a natural hat trick. So that series has been a very entertaining series as well. And the World Cup begins this week. So, man, there's a lot happening. And hopefully we'll talk about it today a little bit. I will also say this. I got a couple of emails over the weekend about how people were surprised at how well John Summerall's been recruiting. I am too. Not that I thought that they couldn't do it, but when he got hired, if I said to you at the time, they're going to be in the top 5 in the country right now in recruiting, what would you have said? I don't think many of you, oh yeah, it would have been. So give them a lot of credit for what they have done. And we haven't even talked Major League Baseball. You know what's kind of cool? That if you like parity, look at the A's and look at Washington and look at Pittsburgh and look at the White Sox and look at the Guardians, and the Brewers continue to win. So some of those smaller market teams are playing well, and that's good for the game. But don't hold your breath. Enjoy baseball while you can, because there's going to be a lockout. I don't see any way that won't happen, but we will see. All right, so, by the way, another award for Mike Holloway. He was again honored by the SEC. The SEC revealed their postseason awards after the SEC Outdoor Championships. A senior was an All-SEC in the discus throw. A freshman, I believe, was honored in Field Athlete of the Year. And head coach Mike Holloway gets his 4th SEC Outdoor Women's Coach of the Year honor. Next week, as it gets a little slower, I'm going to throw this out to you, and I want you to think about it. Because I'm going to ask you the top 5 Gator coaches of all time. Of all time, including every sport. Not just the 5 best football. I'm talking about in any sport. Okay? We'll do that next week. If all goes according to our plan this week, Kevin Carter, the Gator Great, is going to join us tomorrow. He's a nominee for the College Football Hall of Fame. We'll talk some college football with him. Dalton Wasserman, we'll talk a little National Football League as camps around the country still going on. After that, Jim Callis, MLB Network, will talk the MLB Draft come Wednesday. And we're hoping to have an in-studio guest on Wednesday as well. We're still kind of working on that. So, as we normally do, we come to you live today from the Gator Trimlight Studio. Pool enclosures to businesses to decks and landscape lighting, they have got you covered. Full color systems, fully programmable right from your phone. They can do wonders for your home, your business, your landscaping, whatever. You can visit them at GatorTrimlight.com. We are fueled, you know by who, Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. The best in late model, low mileage vehicles. When you go see the Cousins family in person, make sure and tell them Sports Scene sent you, and take a look at the quality and the selection of the vehicles they have. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a stretch today, but I'm hoping you'll pick up something. If you want to text us, that's on the B&D Electrical text line. You can schedule an appointment with them at bdelectric.com, and they are also really good at what they do. The text line number, 352-325-3777. All our YouTube questions, courtesy of Ruse Ogra State Farm. Campus USA Credit Union, where Coach Spurrier does his banking, founded on the UF campus, serving our community for 90 years. Ruse Ogra does our Facebook Live questions, your go-to agent in Gainesville and North Central Florida for Florida car, home, casualty, and life insurance. Ruse Ogra State Farm. All our calls on the Titan MRI and Imaging phone line, 392-8255. You can call them for the best MRI and affordable prices. Find out more at TitanMRI.com. And our email is International Diamond Center email. And they are the official jeweler of the Florida Gators. And our first hour today is sponsored by Quality Plumbing. Relying on the same company Gainesville's trusted since 1984. Quality Plumbing, their name says it all. Did I say Mark instead of Mitch? Okay, yeah, okay. And then Dustin also says, shout out to Nelly Corda, who won the second major of the year after she won the first two of the year. Yeah, she was, I didn't follow it a lot, but I saw she was down the leaderboard for a little bit and then came back and came storming back to win it. So congratulations. All right, let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. Bernard is there. Bernard, hello.
Steve, getting several things. Steve, is Georgia going to run out of them with that bad pitching, or they just going to keep bombing away
Well,
when they get to the College World Series?
It's going to, that ballpark, obviously in Omaha, plays bigger. So, we will see. And I guess you look, you can have a bad weekend. Mississippi State's a good hitting team. They're a good hitting team, too. And it's tough to pitch in that ballpark because it's a bandbox. It's tough to pitch there. It'll be a lot easier to pitch in Omaha because the park is bigger and a lot of times the wind's blowing in.
The other thing, talking about sports here, I can remember, I might date myself, when I used to come home from elementary school and the World Series was on with Red Shandings and Walter Austin. Do you ever think we'll go back to a time when a World Series game will be played during the daytime?
No. Nope. Because it's all about money now.
That was simple. Then lastly, Steve, I know you're in broadcast media again. For whatever reason, I don't know, the NBA took off yesterday. They should have played Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Do you think we'll ever have a lot of people complain about these games starting too late, especially on the East Coast. I could have seen yesterday maybe they start at 5 and the game is over 8. Do you think we'll ever have an NBA Finals game that'll start at 5 o'clock and be over by 8 o'clock?
Bernard, when did you ever, in talking about television, think that 5 o'clock was prime time?
I didn't say it was prime time,
Well, yeah,
but I know it's a big game.
But you're saying it would start at 5 o'clock. My point is, why would you start a game at 5 o'clock when you have less viewers normally than what you have if the game is in prime time?
It's kind of like the Super Bowl, Steve. I think if you knew an NBA Finals game was going to start at 5 o'clock, you would arrange your schedule to be there in front of the television set to catch it at the start. And also, I'm not looking at the beginning, I'm looking at the end. Then they would be ending at a decent time. If you start at 5, you could be over before probably around a little before 8, and then you could possibly go into regular television programming, Steve. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Steve, the only thing that I watch now, sports-related, from start to finish, is Florida Gator football. That's the only must-see thing I have. Even basketball, everything else, if I catch it when I'm not watching something, I catch it. But football is must-see for me. Steve, take care, man. You have a great day. Okay? Talk to you later.
Yep, thank you. And again, they have numbers. They can tell you, if you are doing something and you're doing something with your family in the afternoon, are you going to give that up to watch the Knicks? But chances are at night you'll be home. That's why they have the games in what they call prime time. Greg, hello.
Hey, Steve, just when you said in your opening about John Summerall and his recruiting, I just want to publicly say I was so wrong. I really thought that we'd be down around 15th or 16th, 17th in this, in the top 20 of recruiting. And so I was wrong, but I love the excitement and everything, and I'm trying to understand this with NIL, Steve. All these commitments are just that, right? I'm not trying to pour water on it, but those are just verbal commitments. They're not official.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But I do love the atmosphere. I do love the excitement, and I hope he can sign them all, and I hope everything goes through. But just publicly admit I was wrong. I was way wrong about his recruiting prowess, and hopefully it'll translate on the field this fall. We'll see. Time tells all, like Coach Spurrier says. Love the show, Steve. Go Gators.
Greg, appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, D, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Steve? before I get to the NBA Finals, man, we Duke finally traveling to the O Dome this year. I couldn't believe what I heard Friday. It was a miracle we got them to come to Gainesville.
Yep, and you know what? It's about time. Number one.
Yeah.
And number two, I mean, look. To be fair, if you didn't have a rooting interest in it, I get Duke's pedigree. I get all of that, but Florida's done its part. And if you're going to, want to make it halfway fair, then you flip the switch, and that's exactly what happened here.
Agreed. So that's going to be a hot ticket in December whenever they play. Yeah. NBA Finals, Steve. Steve, when I'm looking at these games right now, I'm seeing a Knicks team that is playing like we're not going to get back here again. We have to take advantage of this opportunity right now. And I don't know if you heard the Mikal Bridges. They interviewed him the other day, and one of the reporters asked him, it's 2-0 going back to the Garden. He goes, it's 0-0. He goes, be desperate, play desperate at all times, or something like be desperate all the time. And that's what I'm seeing from the Knicks. I'm not saying San Antonio's not playing hard, but I'm just seeing an extra, desperation and fight from the Knicks that I'm not seeing with the Spurs. And I'm seeing the Spurs look very immature, and their role player, Steve, other than Dylan Harper, is not giving them anything. I mean, Kellen Johnson was Sixth Man of the Year. He scored 6 points in 2 games. Harrison Barnes, nothing. Luke Cornett, nothing. So the Knicks have a greater margin of error because their role players are coming in and contributing. So, to me, Steve Sennett, if they want to have any shot at this series, they got to win both of these games in New York. Not 1, but 2, because the Knicks haven't felt any game pressure since they were down 22 in the fourth quarter against the Cavs. The Knicks are on cruise control right now.
I do think they have to win 2. And I also think you're seeing an up-and-coming young team whose arrow is pointing way up, learning how to do this.
Yep.
Whereas the Knicks are, not that they've been, in the finals a lot. I'm not saying that, but a little more veteran team. And I do agree, playing with a little more urgency, perhaps, because of the drought in the championships, because it's a little older team. I do agree with that, and I think that's helped the Knicks here because of that.
Yep. Well, we're going to see what San Antonio's made of tonight. Be good, Steve.
All right, D. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, look, if I didn't have a rooting interest in this, which I do, but if I didn't, what will the Spurs do differently in Game 3 to offset some of the things the Knicks have been able to do? And D just pointed one of them out. They got to get better bench play. They just do. Their bench has been practically non-existent. We'll take a break, come back. More Sports Scene to come. Time to hear from you. You're listening to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF. Hey, it's Steve Russell for Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. Friends, they've been in business for 45-plus years, and the Cousins family has done just one thing, but man, they've done it right. They give you the best alternative you have to purchasing a new vehicle, the best in late-model, low-mileage vehicles. I'm driving one right now, have been for a very long time. They've treated me right. They'll do the same thing for you. Go see them today, Southeast.
Hello, hello. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Cool. All right, sweet. So just use this. I don't need a phone or anything. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Easy enough. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll fix it. All right, sweet. I'll fix this when it's time. It's cool, man. Like the Dodger game was great. And then that was the game 2 days ago where they scored 9 in the first inning. So it was crazy. It was like, and then they never scored again. But yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. So that was cool. And then I just randomly, like, I'm getting my fill of, I'm going to the Rays game Wednesday. But then I just randomly was looking this morning and I was like, shit. Because we went out yesterday. We drove all the way up to Malibu, like on the PCH, and, just checked out a bunch of stuff. And then we know another guy out here. He's like freaking like a bigwig with Johnson and Johnson. So he's got like this. He's got this like house in Laguna Beach in the hills, freaking like $20 million house. So we went there for dinner last night.
Monday through Saturday, banking works around your schedule, not the other way around. Local bank, local people. Gala Bank, member FDIC.
Connecting with WRUF at Sports Scene just got easier. Call, email, watch on YouTube or Facebook Live. And now text us on the B&D Electric text line at 352-325-3777. That's 352-325-3777. Gator baseball fans, don't miss On Deck with Steve Russell and Jeff Cardoso live every Monday at 1 on WRUF. Get baseball and softball breakdowns, player analysis, and SEC previews. Listen live or anytime on the WRUF app, YouTube or Facebook. On Deck, it's a hit.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators, and you're listening to the home of Gators football right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM. Now, more of Sports Scene with Steve Russell.
Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood, but I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line.
I've done that.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Yeah, we'll see tonight. That place is gonna be nuts tonight. Now, the Knicks better do their part, right, to get the crowd in it. But that's gonna be great. Let's go to some Facebook Live and YouTube questions. Again, Facebook Live question brought to you by Ruse-Ogre State Farm. Trevor, been a pleasant surprise how well Summerall's recruited for this team. Hope fans don't overreact if they go 6-6 in year one because he's setting this team up for success. YouTube question, courtesy of Campus USA Credit Union from Zach. Oregon baseball coaching blew it against Texas. It was as bad as watching Florida pitching blow it. Well, Zach, you got to give me some more meat in the sandwich there. What do you mean the baseball coach blew it? I'm not quite sure. You got to tell me how. Wasikowski blew it. I know they did not pitch well, and they walked a lot of guys in one game, I know. They lost 11-3 in the first game. But Oregon had more hits and more walks than Texas, but they couldn't get a timely hit. The other game where they lost, that was different. They didn't pitch well. Let's go to our Titan number imaging phone line. Byron, hello.
Hey, Steve. Now I don't know if I'm ready. This is going to be every game because some teams might have some great pitchers, and in the SEC and at Omaha. But you remember Steve back about a month ago, the Auburn guy was on, and he was saying 8 runs is what you would need. And I don't care who you pitching right now in these. That's just my opinion, and we'll see. And Steve, just take see if we get some receipts on this.
you better score about 8 or 9 runs every game in all these games you play. And Troy that's the way they got there. I mean, I don't know if they got no real bad pitcher. Not bad, I mean, in a good pitcher, but you better get about 9 runs when you're playing those guys. So I don't know. Steve, what I called you about first too, and everybody talking recruiting. Steve, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but the young guy that played for Miami last year, he was even out of high school young. I can't think of his name, Steve, but he was like a slot, a kind of wide receiver, running back, and I don't know if you're going to get it, but I want to ask you, we getting all excited, but I like to get excited, but how often do you see young players having an impact on the season? When you see NFL, the rookies can come in and sometime now, have the receivers and things impact. Do that happen in college much? And even if we want to look forward to this class being good, can we look forward to somebody being like a breakout player, like maybe we thought Brown would be last year?
Byron, as always, you ask about 66 questions, and I can't get to them all. But I'm trying to kind of. I think what you're basically asking is, can a freshman make an impact? Of course, yes.
Right.
It happens. Now, I don't think that you expect that, right? I mean, I think all things equal, you would like to have your veteran guys, lead the way. But every once in a while, there can certainly be a freshman who makes an impact. Just like if you have a freshman pitcher that can come in and do a great job, right? Okay. But I don't think that you expect a freshman to do that.
And I got that off of Greg's call. And Greg, I understand. Steve, I don't think how do we know they can recruit or not? But I really like what that coach is doing. And like everybody says, Steve, I get that way about all Gator stuff. So, but real quick, Steve, minicamp is starting in the NFL. If you're hearing anything on that, I'm gonna keep moving. Let me know. And my last thing, I'll just say this, Steve, is the NBA. And D did all the good talking, man. But Steve, I think the reason y'all have a good chance is New York is outpowering and physically, which is the way that playoff is beginning to get Wemby. And until he can get down low and maybe get a little more physical, which I'm hoping he'll do, you guys got it. Mitchell and Towns and even Obanobi, those guys they wearing him out. And I think the Knicks got it, man. Steve, I wish I was up there. My daughter's coming back today, and my granddaughter, but New York is on fire, man. Other than the bad thing that happened at Penn. But go Knicks. Thank you, Steve. Go Gators.
Byron, thank you. I got 2 Davids. Hang on, I'll get to you. Got to get a break in here. I'll get right to you. Stay with us on Sports Scene as you listen on WRUF.
Gator football returns September 5th, right here on WRUF.
Summer is here. This summer, don't let pain or lingering injuries hold you back. Good news. You don't have to deal with long waits or high costs at Titan MRI and Imaging. At Titan MRI and Imaging, you're not just another patient. You're treated with care in a comfortable, personal setting. With 2 locations in Gainesville and 1 in Lake City, being pain-free is a short drive away. And they accept insurance. So don't sit out this summer. Get the scan you need and get back to enjoying it. Visit TitanMRI.com to learn more.
Summer's back, and so is IDC's most popular offer ever. 0% financing for 5 years. Now through June 30th, you can make any purchase at International Diamond Center and spread your payments out to 2031 without paying a dime in interest. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, our largest selection ever of certified hand-picked diamonds and exclusive designer fashion jewelry. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
By now, you've heard about the Florida Legends Experience in Gila, featuring Gator Heisman greats Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, and Steve Spurrier all in one place at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Imagine catching a pass or taking a handoff from a Heisman winner, all while supporting Isaiah 117 to help provide safe, loving homes for children in need. Then enjoy an unforgettable evening at the Gala, filled with great food and lasting memories. Don't miss this historic event. Find out how you and your business can get involved at fllegends.com. That's fllegends.com.
If you're looking for premium, high-quality food served in an unforgettable atmosphere, you're going to love brunch at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
This is Coach Steve Spurrier, and I want to let you know that Spurrier's Gridiron Grill's delicious brunch is now served in a premium buffet.
Complete with build-your-own omelet station, served every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Reservations are encouraged, and walk-ins are always welcome.
Plus, you can enjoy bottomless, mimosas, and Bloody Marys. So join us every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 for the best brunch in town.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
It's game day. Lights on, fans ready, everything running like it should. Now imagine your home performing at that same level. No flickering lights, no tripping breakers, no last-minute surprises. With B&D Electric, your home's electrical system is always game day ready. From repairs and lighting to panel upgrades and troubleshooting, they deliver reliable service you can count on every time. Don't sit on the sidelines. Schedule your service today at www.bdelectric.com. That's bdelectric.com.
Foodies, this is not a drill. Sensei Asian Bistro is now open in Celebration Point, right next to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, and it's bringing bold Japanese French fusion flavors you won't find anywhere else. We're talking smoked New York strip, rich matcha curry, melt-in-your-mouth Chilean sea bass, and the fan-favorite Chunggang chili chicken. Feeling adventurous? Dive into fresh crudo oysters or treat yourself to A5 Wagyu tataki. Add in handcrafted cocktails, and you've got your next night out covered. Sensei Asian Bistro. Come hungry, leave impressed.
This is Jeff Cardozo. Today at 4, tune in for the tailgate right here on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM. Your home for Gators Sports.
Jeff and I will have our On Deck show coming up at 1 o'clock. In the meantime, we'll continue with Sports Scene here. Quick International Diamond Center email. Sam, even though this doesn't affect UF directly, FSU just lost their best player, Issa Torres, a shortstop, to the portal. Rumor is Texas Tech is in play. Big blow to FSU. Yeah, that's the transfer portal giveth, and the transfer portal taketh away. David, hello.
Good afternoon, Steve. This may be a question for your 1 o'clock show, but I wasn't surprised with the portal, with Cooper Walls getting in the portal, but were you a little surprised that Cade Curlin got in?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I had heard he was leaning toward going pro, so yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of surprised me, especially with Florida sticking by him through all his injuries and everything else. He started to come on near the end of the year, started to play like, Florida expected him to play, but you never know. He might be back. I was just a little surprised at that. And you just mentioned the young lady from FSU. I was wondering if Florida was in the play for her, but we could use a good shortstop. I think we lost ours. I think she graduated, but I can't swear that. But it was good to see Texas Tech become the most expensive second-place team money can buy. Have a good day, Steve.
All right, David, thank you. They still finished national runner-up. I think there's a lot of schools that would take that. If you said to them today, hey, we're national runner-up, I think a lot of schools would take that. But I get the point, certainly. All right, we got a little time here. For the first time, our phone lines are open. Got a couple of emails, but I will try to keep you posted on the two SEC games that are going on today. And if those teams win, they will go to Omaha. So we will see. Scott, International Diamond Center email said, boy, Scott is long. He basically is asking me, would I consider the Gator baseball season to be a success or a failure? It's not a failure. It's not a failure. And I guess maybe I'll throw that question out because, what's the saying? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So if you're saying to me that you're a top 8 national seed, you host a regional, is it a successful season? There would be some who would say no. Maybe Kevin O'Sullivan would say no. Because I think the expectation was, top 8 national seed, and, you get a pretty favorable regional. Now, you never know what happens in the Super. But I think the expectation for Florida certainly was, you're going to win your regional, and you get a chance to host the Super at home, you got a pretty good chance. So I can understand why some people would say, maybe instead of failure, how about disappointing? Maybe a better word. Disappointing, certainly. I think no question you would say disappointing in that. But I don't know if the season's a failure because if you're going to start going down that street, then every team was a failure except for the one that wins the national championship. And that's just, is Troy's season a failure if they don't win in Omaha? Look, watching those people there and packing that place, more people than ever going to that ballpark, and that's an old ballpark there. You hated to see it be at the expense of Florida, but it is a pretty cool thing. And, they deserved it. They deserved it. And you can point to a lot of things that you can say, well, this didn't go right, that didn't go right. But I still think you got to give them a lot of credit for what they did. All right, a couple of more emails here. A lot of emails today. Paul, I can't believe you're even asking me this. Tyler, here's what he asked me. He says, if the Knicks lose this, how crushing would it be? Paul. On a scale of 1 to 10, 638. Are you kidding? They haven't won a championship in 50-something years. They're up 2-0 in the NBA Finals with 2 road wins. And then they end up losing the NBA Finals? I can't even fathom that. That would be like taking every Knicks loss and just wrapping it around that. Oh my gosh. Now I'm worried, Paul. Now I'm worried. See, you had to ask that. Now, I was pretty confident going into tonight. Now I'm worried. Oh, I would take the next damn day off if that happened. I'm not coming to work. Don't bother me. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't find me. Don't knock on my door. Don't do anything. Leave me the hell alone. Oh, my gosh, Paul. I don't want to do the show anymore, Paul. But, it could happen. You have to understand, too, when you suffer as long as, some Knicks fans have, you do think the worst. You do think something's going to happen here. But I'm trying to just get that out of my mind and figure out, what'll be able to happen. By the way, did you see this? Texas Tech's quarterback won an injunction to play. A temporary injunction against the NCAA. I don't know. Isn't it there that he bet on games? So how can he play? I don't know. By the way, did you see this? Colton Nussmeier, brother of, picked Georgia. He ain't going to LSU. And he picked them over Arkansas and UCLA. So just because one brother goes doesn't mean, the other one is going to. And then, I guess, with Sorsby, the next step now is going to be with, I guess, the NCAA. What are they going to do? And let me just say this. The judge that granted Sorsby the injunction is a Texas judge. But that's, how that works. The judge ruled that his attorneys demonstrated he will, quote, suffer a probable, imminent, and irreparable injury, unquote, if he's unable to play for the Red Raiders in 2026, and enjoined the NCAA from prohibiting to practice or play. Now, he will miss the first two games. His attorneys had proposed that. And I'm going to say this again. He wagered approximately $90,000 on pro and college sports over 4 years. And he bet on his own team. Didn't Pete Rose get banished for life for that? For betting on his own team in baseball? And yet, he is going to get a chance to play. That's crazy to me. Now, I don't know how far the NCAA will go with this, but I guess we will, in the end, see. Have to figure it out. And then one more email, and don't forget, On Deck's coming up at 1. Jeff will join me hit long distance today. And obviously a big topic of conversation will be the Super Regionals and the upcoming Men's College World Series. Let's see quickly here. Paul, he says, I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but I'm with you. I think Summerall and his staff are recruiting really, really well. Should that ramp up our expectation for this coming season? Well, remember, it isn't for this season. So, look, I think there is genuine optimism here. I think there was genuine hope here that things will turn around, and that's certainly a good thing. We'll take a break. We'll come back. One more segment, then the On Deck Show. Hope to hear from you. Talk the NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, whatever is on your mind. You're listening to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF.
At International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange, you'll find transparent pricing, same-day evaluations, expert craftsmanship, and a team committed to treating every customer with honesty and respect. And you never know who you'll see shopping there. Music stars, sports stars, and savvy collectors all know where to go when they're searching for exceptional value and luxury timepieces. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or restoring a treasured piece, visit International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange on West University Avenue in Gainesville.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF Bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida Bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida Bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC. We've just received a special factory allocation of GMC trucks and SUVs. New GMC Sierra, $329 per month. New GMC Canyon, $299 per month. We sell more, so you save more. At Davis Gainesville Chevrolet and the all-new Davis Gainesville GMC on North Main Street in the heart of Gator Country and at GainesvilleChevyGMC.com. 36-month leases, $84.99 due at signing plus tax tag title and doc. All rebates and incentives to dealer may include loyalty. Subject to lender approval. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Concrete is tough, long-lasting, durable, and when it's done right, it's the foundation of everything that stands strong. At Silverback Concrete, we don't just pour concrete, we build trust one slab at a time. We're a family-led team of heavy concrete specialists who sweat every detail, from footers to elevated decks. We respect your budget, we build to last, and we care about the people on the job today and those who will walk these floors tomorrow. You stand on it, we stand by it. Silverback Concrete, we've got your back. Visit silverbackconcrete.co to get started.
For more than 50 years of quality service, Archer Electric Service Company has been Gainesville's choice for residential and commercial electrical work. Whether you need wiring, repairs, or backup generator installation, we treat every client like family with professional, clean, dependable service. Don't wait for the storm or the flicker to remind you. Visit ArcherElectricService.com today for a free consultation and see why we've been Gainesville and the surrounding area's most trusted electricians for decades.
Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a minor sprain and a significant issue. The team at UF Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide expert orthopedic care with locations in Gainesville and Ocala for everything from walk-in treatments to specialized surgeries and complex cases. Choose the providers who care for Team USA. Visit ufhealth.org/orthoexperts to learn more. Proud provider for the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network.
When you're ready to roll up your sleeves or open new doors for the next generation. When you're ready to give your time where it matters most and put your heart behind every handshake. Radiant Credit Union is ready too. With partnerships, programs, and people dedicated to building stronger communities together, helping our community shine. Radiant Credit Union. When you're ready, let's get started.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Expect conditions overnight to be rather muggy. I'm expecting lows only dipping down into the mid-70s. Tomorrow we'll see a mixture of sun and clouds with highs in the lower 90s. About 10% of us could see some rainfall during the early evening. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will increase by the later half of the week as tropical moisture moves in from the south. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Andrew Wolfeck.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Zach Almoverdi. Weekdays at 4, right here on WRUF.
Let me give a shout out to Kevin Winter. Because, I mean, the dude is a Celtics fan, okay? And this must be paining him. So for him to throw in all these New York tunes, very classy on my buddy Winter over there. So welcome back to Sports Scene. Again, sponsored this hour by Quality Plumbing. And when we have a second hour, it is sponsored by Domino's Pizza. Whether you're picking up or ordering delivery, fast, easy, just a click away. You can order now at GatorDominoes.com. And don't forget, all of our guests come to you courtesy of Meldon Law, serving Gator Nation since 1971. Meldon Law won't back down. CBSSports.com did this, and I love to know the people that did this because it must have been exhausting. They did a list of college football's most experienced teams. I guess, returning snaps and all of that. Now, let me warn you about something here, okay? Oklahoma State has a new coach, Eric Morris. They went 1-11 last year. They haven't won a conference game in more than 2 years. But yet, coming into this year, they sit third in the country in total career snaps and fourth in games played. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. So with that roster that was so bad, it's back, and there they are. But I'll give you some of the breakdowns. Again, overall returning roster experience. Virginia, number 1, followed by Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, Houston, UCLA, Texas A&M, Indiana, Auburn, and Vanderbilt. So a lot of SEC teams are in there. LSU is 13th. South Carolina is 16th. Texas 20. Oklahoma 21. Tennessee 23. Gators are 26th. That's better than what I just perceived it to be. So the 26th most experienced team with people coming back next year. By the way, Alabama's done it. They won today. They won the suspended game over St. John's. They are going to Omaha. So now the only one we have left is Oklahoma and Kansas, and that game is going to resume at 1 o'clock Eastern time. It's early, but Oklahoma leads that game 8-1 in the third inning over KU. International Diamond Center email, Daniel says, don't worry, Nick's got this. The Texas Tech guy, you have to put a row. I have no idea what you're saying here, Daniel. You have to put rows in now. This quarterback can do what he did. I don't know what that means. I apologize. B&D text line, Woody, this year's baseball season was very successful with a disappointing ending. Just like gymnastics, lacrosse, men's basketball, and softball. Hope next year has a couple happy endings, at least. Okay. Facebook Live question, courtesy of Ruzogra State Farm. Let's see. Daniel, to get you in better spirits, no way the Knicks can lose the finals now with how hot they've been. Spurs have already dug themselves a hole they won't climb out of. YouTube question, courtesy of Campus USA Credit Union. Unbelievable about Sorsby. The court said the NCAA can't prevent him from practicing or playing. Death of the sport. Yeah. Let me just tell you, I'm glad I'm the age I am when it comes to the where sports is now. And look, I think every generation thinks its generation was the best, right? I think that's pretty common. But think about all the stuff that's happening now. And not that there weren't court things back in the day. There were. Courts intervened just like they do now. But with all the NIL stuff and all the money that's being made, and again, I don't begrudge. If I was good enough and somebody wanted to pay me all that money, I'd take it. And if you say you wouldn't take it, you're lying through your teeth, because you would. And I'm going to tell you this. I think when all is said and done, come whatever the date of the first game is, when you walk in that stadium, nobody's going to care what that player's making unless you know what he's making and he's underperforming. That's going to start happening now. if a smart fan gets to understand, okay, Tyler's making $1 million, and he's playing wide receiver, and he's got 6 catches for 60 yards. Guess what? I'm going to be kind of critical of that. You're paying him $1 million for 6 catches. That's going to happen more and more, I think. I think as fans get smarter and fans begin to understand, NIL and how much money is out there, that's going to happen more and more. All right. That's a sports scene for today. And again, a reminder, the rest of the week here, Kevin Carter tomorrow, the Gator Great, will be here. Dalton Wasserman will talk NFL with you, training camps, etc. Jim Callis from MLB Network will join us Wednesday, talk about the draft. And we're working on some other guests to come on as well and talk about some other things, including the NBA playoffs. We'll take a break, come back, and hopefully Jeff will join us, and we'll have the On Deck show for this week. You're listening to Sports Scene on WRUF.
Your home for the Tampa Bay Rays is WRUF.
Want to get your brand noticed? At Radware, we help you stand out with custom corporate apparel, branded uniforms, and promotional swag that gets attention. From trade shows to team uniforms, we've got you covered. Radware even works with major names like the University of Florida. Boost your brand visibility today. Visit radware.com. That's radware.com and let your brand shine.
If there's anybody that knows what teamwork and great leadership is all about, it's the head ball coach himself, Steve Spurrier. Sure, it applies to football and the team at Campus USA Credit Union.
Yeah, I think we got excellent leadership with Jerry Benton and his staff there, and certainly I'm proud to team up with those guys as we go from year to year.
Campus USA Credit Union can help with all your financial decisions. Join the team. Learn more at campuscu.com. Member NCUA.
Summer in Gainesville means sunshine, barbecues, and storm season right around the corner. Don't wait until disaster strikes to think about your roof. Whether it's your home or your business, Atlantic Roofing has you covered. From inspections to full replacements, their expert team handles both residential and commercial roofing, built to stand up to Florida's toughest weather. Get ahead of the storm. Protect what matters most. Visit AtlanticRoofingFL.com today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing. Roofing you can trust, rain or shine.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howabouttoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Hi, I'm Kerry Meldon. At Meldon Law, we prepare every case as if it's going to trial. And part of that preparation involves real people from our community giving honest feedback. Join one of our jury research focus groups. You'll review real case scenarios, share your perspective, and enjoy dinner and dessert on us. We'll thank you and provide you $125 for your time. It's engaging, meaningful, and your voice truly matters. Visit meldonlaw.com to sign up today.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select public supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
This summer, bring every game home. Baseball, soccer, golf, like never before with a stunning new home theater system from Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, surveillance, and smart home solutions. Delivering the best products, the best service, and the best price. Don't just watch the game, live it at Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation and service. Visit electronicsworldfl.com for more. That's electronicsworldfl.com.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app.